my mum is Indian. Being African and Indian is so difficult. I can't decide which elephant I'd like to make it the most. My black side thinks Nando's is cool. My Indian side is like, oh, I can make this a whole lot better at home, actually. My two sides get into arguments with each other. You know, my black side would be like, you know what? We got here before the Indians. We got here before the Koreans. In fact, we got here before the Chinese, but we were the last people to get our own aisle in Tesco's. It's true, man. For decades, if you want basmati rice, you go to the supermarket, right? If you want soy sauce, you go to the supermarket. If I want Supermalt, and I'm well aware many of you don't know what Supermalt is, I've got to go to the off-licence around the corner. Those bottles are covered in dust. We've got a black section now. It sells reggae sauce. I've got something to tell you about reggae sauce. Reggae sauce to black people is what pot noodle is to the Chinese. People are always asking my opinion on things. They think I'm intelligent because I wear beads. I don't know. Recently, they've been saying to me, Athena, should James Bond be black? Well, my opinion is this: can James Bond be James Bond and be black and be in Russia? He's supposed to be undercover. The minute he steps off the plane, he'll have to go to that special passport queue, the one you never see white people in. Can we agree that James Bond runs around the world taking out white people? Can black James Bond run around the world? No, I think local law enforcement will intervene in that very quickly. That would be the shortest Bond movie ever. James Bond would become a hashtag. You're not supposed to know where James Bond has been, but you'd know where black James Bond has been, all right? You'd go to all the little Russian villages, all the little Russian towns, see brown babies everywhere. James has been here, hasn't he? Naughty boy. All spy movies have the same scene, right? The baddie's running away, and he runs down some stairs, and then he runs onto a packed subway train, and James Bond, always at the last minute, gets that packed subway train. Black James Bond might not be allowed on that packed subway train. What if there's a football match on? What if Chelsea are playing? So you know the incident I'm referring to? We know about that because someone filmed it and it went viral. That got me thinking, before camera phones, there was no racism in public transport. Before camera phones, we ran the buses, actually. I like these videos though, they're great. They're the same videos. It's always a very grumpy person, right? And they find someone they don't like the look of, and they go, oi, why don't you go back to where you came from? But they're on a bus. Maybe that's what they're doing. Buses go to the airport, you know. Well, people care about immigration. They're choosing their political parties based on what they say about immigration, not healthcare or education or potholes. UKIP got 3 million votes, right? When I found that out, I called my mother. And when she picked up the phone, I was like, what are you still doing here? I crossed that box twice. She's got a lovely house, guys. It's a beautiful house. I guess what I'm saying is we can vote for these parties, but the immigrants don't go nowhere. It's not like you vote for them, they come into power, and then you go Chinatown, and it's been renamed Town. There are ways to get rid of immigrants, okay? Voting against immigrants isn't going to get rid of them. Shouting at them on buses isn't going to get rid of them. If you really want to get rid of them, start washing your own car. Guys, I've been a fantastic. Have a beautiful day.